All right, welcome back. We have 352 RealCopStoriesVideos.com. Look them all up. They're all my babies. They're my favorites. Going back many, many years, you find out that different agencies do different things. Okay, every agency has its own policies on all kinds of stuff. Pursuits, shootings. Well, now shootings are pretty much they're about the same because it's state law. They're mandated, but everything else, man. I mean, our procedure manual is about this thick. Okay, I mean, really, from everything from where you wear your tie bar to what color your buttons are. I mean, everything down like the military. Everything's exactly the way it's supposed to be. So we're driving around. My partner and I have about maybe 2 years on the job. We're pretty young guys, you know. We have full head of hair, flat stomachs, and all that good stuff. We can run fast and all that good stuff. Like I used to say, I'm not too smart, but I can lift a lot of heavy things. Okay, so we're riding around a patrol. My partner's we're working the 6 at night till 2 in the morning watch. They call that the deuce watch, the DUI watch. So, you know, about 9 o'clock, we see one, okay? And we're in a Latin area, and a lot of times we have to chase them to their homes, and everybody thinks they get home. It's a safe place. I'm safe. No, you're not. So anyway, so, you know, we see he's weaving. Okay, so we light him. My partner lights him up, and he takes off, okay? Now, it's not one of these, you know, Texas, Amarillo pursuits 140 miles an hour. This is in the city. Average pursuit speed is probably 28 miles an hour because you're making constant turns. You know, it's mostly a driving thing, not a speed thing. So he's doing about 35, okay, and he's weaving, and we're worried that he's going to come across the lines and take out one of you guys or somebody. You know, we're right behind him. So we put out a broadcast. Well, we're on the border of where we work, the city, and in the county, and so our radio lady puts out a broadcast for the surrounding areas that we're in a pursuit. So everybody wants to know. You know, Highway Patrol comes up. Everybody wants to. You know, come on, baby, they want to get in their jurisdiction. Everybody wants to get in the pursuit. You know, it's like getting in the race, okay? So we're probably chasing maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and that's a long time because they're doing, you know, you're covering some territory. And so naturally, in that 3 minutes, in our jurisdictions, you get in a pursuit, usually about a minute in a pursuit, you got your first backup with you, pretty fast. That's why I watched some of the cop shows, and I see, wow, where's their backup? You know, well, we have a lot of police officers, so I got 2 cars behind me. You know, and our supervisor gets back there. Here we go. You know, we're going. Okay, again, only about 3 minutes. Well, now we're going to cross the border. You know, it's like going from, you know, Bulgaria to Yugoslavia, or, you know, or whatever. You know, there's a definite line. Okay, we go right across the borderline. Well, on the other side of the line, because they got to come into the city, we can't go over there. There's 2 sheriff's units with their lights on. They're ready to go. You know, so I thought, oh, cool, because we don't know the streets over there because it's a whole new territory. So we go to the intersection, and the lady says, sheriffs will take over. Would you back up? Roger. That's standard procedure. So I slow down. Here comes one sheriff unit and another one, and then we're behind them. Okay, so now we're in their. It's our case, but we're in their jurisdiction. So here we go. Another minute. Okay. Well, go back to what I said. Some people do things different. Okay, so they're hitting the sirens. They got the spotlights. They're on the PA system. You know, pull over, and they're doing Spanish. You know, because obviously the guy's Hispanic. I didn't know that, but we figured he was. But anyway. No, nothing. Okay, so here's the pursuit car, you know, the vehicle they're chasing. Here comes the sheriff unit. And I go, oh, we didn't have pit then. Nowadays, they'd knock on the side. They would just kind of intimidate him by coming over and trying to, you know, get him to slow down. No, this is not that simple, okay? He comes up, I see this uniform rolled up sleeve hand, hairy arm, I remember that, with a 38 out the window, and boom, boom, they're cracking rounds off at him, okay? And we're going, oh my gosh, we don't shoot DUI suspects. So the car goes, crashes into the side of a building in a gas station. And of course, all the sheriffs run up. You know, now you got a helicopter, and they're now here, you know. And so they run up, and we kind of pull up in the back, out in the perimeter. And of course, I have to run up with my supervisors. We're the ones that, you know. So they're getting them out and put them on the ground, and they don't put them on the ground lightly. We are trained a little more professional. We just try to. We only give them force as necessary, and if they resist, we give them more. If they give us more force, that's how we do it. These guys, whew, nasty. So they just threw them on the ground, you know, and they pounce on them. They go, handcuffs. Well, I have to get my handcuffs because it's our arrest. I can't. Otherwise, you know, okay, anyway. So here you go. I reluctantly gave my handcuffs. Okay, there you go. They kind of like went up like one of those rodeos where they rope the cab. You know, they went, okay, good. And they're over there high-fiving each other. Of course, they're all getting their cars, and there's no sergeant. They're sergeant. They just get in their car and they just drive off into the sunset, and we're standing around. We got an accident. We have what? So we had to call them back because we had to have them because it's in there. Anyway, all this administrative stuff. But we got them in the car, and my supervisor's we're all looking at each other. What was that all about? I mean, we were just in shock that they would shoot at, and there was no like, shooting teams or anything. You know, I mean, you cannot fire that gun off on duty without someone investigating it, because these bullets go weird places. You know, most of the time we don't hit anything we're looking at or aiming at. It was just bizarre, but that's the way they did it, I guess, because the only unit that came out was one guy with a traffic report to take a traffic on the crash, and then we wound up taking the car away in a tow truck, and that was it. It was just really weird, and I've only been on like a couple of years, maybe 2.5 or something, and not that I've seen a lot, but I've never seen that before. Shooting at them, and then they just leave. They all high-five each other, and they're having a good time, and off they go, and we're like, you know, and they look really salty. They had their sleeves rolled up, they had ties, but they were open, you know, kind of, you know, they had a lot of full head of hair. We never had full head of hair. They had big old, you know, Frito Bandito mustaches. We were not allowed to have that. So we're like, whoa. Well, I guess the county that time, they had a sheriff who was kind of loose with his men and let him do what they wanted. But you can tell there's one thing doing loose with uniforms and appearance, another thing being loose, and they almost killed the guy. They could have killed him. Okay, and so we just go back, and our sergeant just shakes his head, and you know, and of course he lectures us nicely, saying, you know we're not doing that. Oh no, we know, Sarge, we don't do that sort of thing. Okay, we just, again, days later we'd see each other, and we'd kind of like, that's weird. So anyway, but you never know, man. It just strange stuff went on there. Anyways, I hope they change their policies. That's a, ooh. Anyway, so hope you enjoy that one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.